Hi, this is Tracy from GiftBasketappeal, and today we're going to be doing a project using pine cones. And I guess I would call this a pine cone Christmas tree. We're going to be putting them on the pedestal, and for our pedestal we're going to be using the inner part of the paper towel rolls. And so all I did was cut them down to size. And we're going to be painting this so it looks much better. Then we're going to decorate the pine cone. The first thing you want to do is, I decided that I wanted to paint this white. So I'm just using some acrylic paint. And let me just show you which one it is. It's the Snow White acrylic paint. And we're just going to paint the outside of this. That way we have our pedestal here. Our tree can sit on top of that. And pine cones are a great way to decorate for Christmas. It's a nice craft idea. And this is something you can go and find right out in your yard. And so it's pretty budget-friendly craft idea. Always like using things that you have around the house. Okay, and so that one coat actually does a good job. So we're going to just put this aside for a moment and let it dry. And we're going to work on this. This is so much fun. I decided to decorate it with some pearls. And I have my hot glue gun. And all I'm going to do is, starting like right on the top here, as if I was adding lights to a Christmas tree, I'm just going to add pearls. And this came from some broken jewelry that I had. But you can use any type of pearl or bead. Those Mardi Gras beads, I had done another project with those. You could use those. You can do whatever colors you want. So I'm just putting some hot glue on here, and then I'm adding my pearls to it. And they stick really good in there. If you're going to be using pine cones from the yard, there is a way to get rid of the bugs and also dry out the sap by putting them in the oven. Last year, these are some pine cones I had left over from last year. I put mine in the oven for on 200 degrees for 30 minutes, and that did the trick. Look how nice that's looking. And so it's almost like adding lights to a Christmas tree. That looks really pretty. So I love the kind of crafts that you can just get things from around the house and just recreate something. And if you don't have a whole lot of these, you can spread them out so that they fit all throughout your pine cone. I also need to add, if you're going to put those pine cones in the oven, once you take them out, after 30 minutes, you want to let them dry for several days. And so if you know you're going to do something like this, just go and get those, pop them in the oven, 200 degrees for 30 minutes, and leave them there. Not leave them in the oven, but leave them out for several days so they can dry out real good. so much you can do with this. And I'm just looking around to see where I might want to add some in. Okay, and that's what it looks like. Look how pretty that is. Just adding a few can really give your pine cone an upgrade. Very nice. And if you want to fill it in with more, you can. But what I'm going to do is I've got some paint here, and I'm just going to give it a dusting of paint, almost to make it look like snow. Just a little bit, right around the edges. This is one of those really relaxing crafts. Just kind of not in a rush at all. I'm going to go back and remove those glue strings. Okay, and look how pretty that is. Just looks like there's snow falling and pearls. Really nice. Okay, so we're going to let that dry for a little bit. And then I am going to show you what we're going to do with our little pedestal. I want to just add something to it. So I've got some ribbon that I had from Dollar Tree, and I just measured it around. It's a nice pretty ribbon because it has little Christmas trees on it. And so what I'm going to do is just give this a little bit more by wrapping this around it. We'll just add something to our creation there so it won't look so plain. Just going to put a little bit of hot glue on there. I don't need a lot. And take this and go right around. Maybe put a little bit right here. And just come all the way around with it. Okay, and what's going to happen is I'm going to put some, in order to put our pine cone on top of this, I'm just going to put some glue, some hot glue right around the edge here. You see how I'm doing that? I'm just putting a little bit around the edge, and then I'm going to just sit this right on top, and I'm just pressing it down a little bit. Just want to make sure it's on there real good. And there it is. Stuck right on, and now you have your pine cone tree. And look how pretty that is. I think we need to add something to the top though. Let's see what I can do. Let's see. Sometimes you got to make this stuff up as you go along. So let's see if I have any pearls in there. I do. So let's see if I can get a pearl like right in the center here. Add that in there. Oh, right there. Put a pearl right in the middle there. How pretty is that? And I feel like it needs something like right around here. So let's see what we can do. I do have a few pearls. Let's see. See if I can get those pearls right around here. If I have enough, go right around the border here. And that would look so pretty. I think we can do it. I love using stuff from my stash here. Okay, so let's see. I think this part might be the back. So I'm just going at the base there, and I'm going to take my pearls and just lay it right there. Add some glue. Lay some pearls right there. The nice thing is that each pine cone is just different and unique in its own way. Okay, and so look how pretty that is. And I will definitely post pictures at the end. I do have another one that I was working on, and I just want to show you what that one looks like. But look how pretty that is. This will be nice sitting up on a mantle, or if you want to decorate a room just to add a simple embellishment or something for the holidays, for decorating, this would be perfect. Okay, here is another one. I didn't quite finish it yet. And I do have a base here for it. And I just did this one with the pink pearls. So you can do it any color you want. And let me see, we're going to go ahead and put this on here. Just hot glue it right around the edge there. And you can make a ton of these. You can have an entire forest if you wanted to. And then I'm just going to press this on for a moment. Let it sit. And I kind of like the way it looks with the pearls going right around the base here. So let's see if I could find something to add to it, because I still feel like it needs something else. So let's see. See what that would look like. Right at the base there. I think this would work. We're going to go ahead and put some, we're going to do the same technique. See, sometimes you gotta, the best crafts are the ones you make up as you go along. So those tissue paper holders, all those paper towels and stuff, don't throw out those. You could always use them for some type of project. And we're gonna go ahead and finish this one off. And then I have one more to show you that I was working on. I've had a pretty busy morning, but I was really super excited about doing these. So it's a great way to start off your day crafting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. Let's show you what that looks like. And so this is what that one looks like. How pretty it is, just adding that little bit to it. So I've got a whole forest of trees. Here's the other one. I'm going to lay those on the side so you can see it. And here is another one I was working on. Look how adorable that is. And what I did with this one is I made this little ribbon, and I went around the border with this, and then I had these little I guess beads. I don't know what to call them, but they were from the Dollar Tree, and they were on some of the plants or the floral from the Dollar Tree. And so what I did was I just took individual ones and hot glued them around here, and then I hot glued them to the top and put the bow, a real miniature bow that I made right around that top also. So that's just another idea for something you can do with that. And I'm going to actually show you how I made that bow real quick. Let me go ahead and show you, so that way you have everything you need in case you want to make that. I have some lacy ribbon here, and my hands have a lot of paint on it. Sorry about that. So all I'm going to do is I just cut some of the lace. This is not a tough bow to make. So I cut here, I folded one end in, I put some hot glue like right here, folded it in, and then I folded the other end in also. Just got to be careful with your fingers on there. Make sure you can see this. And so I just laid that on top. Okay, so all I did was that, and then I took another one and did the same thing. Just going in toward the center like that. Let me just show you. And I'm not measuring or anything, I'm just kind of winging it, but you can measure it if you want it to be the exact same size. So I'm just going to put a little dot of glue here, right in the middle of that, right in the center, and then I'm going to take my ribbon, lay that on top, and this is so light so it'll really hang on there. And I'm going to take another dot and just kind of cross that over. And you just got to make sure, just be careful not to burn yourself. Take something to hold it down with. And then take the other side. Just put a little more, another dot of glue there. And so there you have a ribbon. And so what I could do is, let's see, I have one more bead in here. You could either maybe put it up like this. I kind of like it laying flat like that. So since I already have a pearl on there, that's okay. I'm going to just take this, show you how I'm going to do this. Lay that on top just for a moment. And I'm going to take another one, put a little dot of glue there, and I'm going to add my other bead on there. Crafting is fun, but it's also messy, and I love it. Okay, and there I have my ribbon on top of there. I will take pictures. It was that easy. And these are so light, so they hang on really good. And so if I wanted this to lay down, I could, but I kind of like that popping up. I could hot glue it to lay it down, but I like it the way it is like that. Look how pretty that is. So you got one. Here's the other one. And here's the third one. And so I have these adorable Christmas decorations. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you were inspired. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below. And I'll see you real soon. Bye.